Good morning. It's a beautiful Wednesday. I'm glad to have you in class today. Let's go ahead and get started with our pledge. I am smart. I am gifted. I am a learner. I am a scholar. I am preparing now for my future. I am the main ingredient in my success. Every lesson won't be easy. Every concept won't be learned the first time. I may get frustrated, but I won't give up and I won't quit. I will try. I will strive. I will thrive. I will achieve. I will succeed, for I am an example of excellence. Clap one time. All right, let's jump right into it. First thing we're going to do is review our work from last week. All right, so our assignment for last week. All right, let's look at it. All right, so first thing we have is before the renovation, the Academy's California Butterflies collection was in a glass display case as shown below. What was the volume of the display case? Well, the volume is equal to length times width times height. Length times width times height. 16 times 4 times 9. The answer is 576. 576. All right. All right. So it says the next one says the Academy's smallest aquarium holds a school of seahorses. The aquarium has a length of 62 centimeters and a width of 30 centimeters and a height of 29 centimeters. It says calculate the exact volume of the aquarium in centimeters cubed. So you have 62 times 30 times 29. 62 times 30 is 1,860 times 29 is 553,940. So you would have 53,940 cubic centimeters. All right. So what's the capacity? Remember we said that capacity is equal to volume. So centimeters cubed are equal to milliliters. So your answer would be 53,940 milliliters. All right, good job. All right. All right, it says the Academy is ordering a new display case to hold some of its fossils. To display them all, the case should have a volume between 70 and 80 cubic feet. Should they order case A or case B? Why? Show your calculations and explain your decisions. All right. So in this case, we need to look at the Prism 1 and Prism 2. So let's look at case A. So case A, all right. So Prism 1, let's look right here. It'll be 5 feet by 2 feet by 3 feet. So 5 times 3 times 2, which equals 30. That's Prism 1. So Prism 1. All right, Prism 2. is the difference between 5 feet and 7 feet, which is 2 feet by 4 feet by 3 feet. How'd you get the 4? Well, you get the 2 feet here plus the 2 feet here to give you that total height. So you have 2 times 4 times 3. 2 times 4 times 3 equals what? 24. All right. So you have a total of prism 1 plus prism 2 equals 30 plus 24 equals 54. All right, let's look at case B. Prism 1 for case B. All right, so we have a height of 6. We have a length of 5 feet minus 4 feet. And we have a width of 3. So 3 times 1 times 6. 3 times 1 times 6 equals 18. All right, prism 2. All right, prism 2, we have a length of 5 minus 1, which is 4, times a width of 3 times a height of 6 minus 1, which is 5. So 4 times 3 times 5 is what? 60. So then you have prism 1 plus prism 2 equals 18 plus 60 equals 78. Okay? All right, so let's see what they have in here. I'm trying to figure out who did this one. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if I can. Okay. So the question asks, which one would he choose? All right. So the question, remember the original question asked what? Should they order case A or case B? Because they need to display them all, and the case should have a volume between 70 and 80. So which case should they order? All right. I do believe that based on our measurements, which one is between 70 and 80? It's case B. So they should order case B. Why? Because the volume of case B is 78 centimeters cubed. And this is between the 70 to 80 cubic, oh, feet, sorry, feet cubed. And this is between the 70 and 80 cubic feet needed to display the fossils. All right, do we see that? I hope you were able to get all those answers. All right, so that is volume. We're going to do a little bit more volume. In fact, I found a cool game that I'm going to post in the link for. It's called Minecraft Volume. So let's see if I can show it to you. All right, it's called Minecraft Volume. And so what you have to do is you have to measure volume by counting the Minecraft blocks. Look for rare gold, diamond, XP blocks. Using hints destroys rare blocks. All right. So basically, what you're going to do is you have a time limit and you have to figure out the volume by solving when they post the different cubes. So let's see if we try it together. All right. So we know this is 4 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4 times 8 times 1 is what? 32. 4 times. This is 3 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 3. So that's 54. Wow, okay, so this is 6 times 6, which is 54. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 54 times 9, 576. Ah, 36. I did it wrong. So I messed that up myself. That's 36 times 9. 416. Yeah. So uh you end up trying it again. So you try it again. So I'm gonna put this link in and give you a chance to play. I just completely messed that last one up because I had the wrong base. So we all make mistakes. Let's start it again. You ready? So this is 5 times 2, which is 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 60. All right. Then you got 7 times 2, which is 14, times 3. 14 times 3, what's that? 42. All right. What's this one? All right. We have 7 times 7, which is 49, times 4. 49 times 4. All right. You got what? 6 times 2, 18 times 5. Yeah. So, um, yeah. So let's see. We'll try one more time. I think this is a pretty fun game. I want to see what some of this, if you do the hints. Let's see. So if I show the hint, okay, so look at what it lets you do right there. 40 times 4 is 160. So we can just take that, and then you got 24. So you don't have to do the counting. 40. 23, 24 times 2. 72 times 3. 12 times 7. 3. 240. 63. Yeah, so it takes a lot. I guess if you registered, you can go even higher. So just a quick game for you to play and increase your scores. I'm gonna include that link in the lesson today. Now today we have a lot to do. So today, let me just show you where we're gonna start. Today we're beginning lesson series 3, and we're gonna be converting from smaller units to larger units and solve problems requiring unit conversion within a single measurement system. So when we talk about smaller, we're talking about from millimeters to centimeters to meters to kilometers or kilometers. We're talking about from milliliter to liter to kiloliter. We're talking about from inches to foot or inches to feet to yards. We're talking about ounces to pounds. So we're going to be moving from smaller units to larger units. We're going to use the metric system today, which is a base 10 system. So everything increases by 10. All right. So the larger the unit, the fewer units it takes to make the measurement. The smaller the unit, the greater number of units it takes to make the measurement. So today, students are going to familiarize themselves with units of measure in the metric and US customary system with length and volume as well as time. They focus on length, practice converting from smaller units to larger units, and solve problems requiring unit conversion within a single measurement system. That's what we're going to work on today. So we're going to work on going over a conversion table. All right, so let's start with a conversion table. I'm going to attach this in your assignment today too, just so you can have it. So when you see a conversion table, what you see is 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeters. So there are 10 millimeters in 1 centimeter. So it takes 10 millimeters to equal 1 centimeter. It takes 100 centimeters to equal 1 meter. So if you think of that, and you learn root words or prefixes, the prefix milli means 1,000 because there are 1,000 millimeters in 1 meter. So there are 10 millimeters in a centimeter. Centi means 100, so there are 100 centimeters in 1 meter. Kilo means 1,000, so there are 1,000 meters in 1 kilometer. So this is the measurement for distance, for length. This is the measurement for capacity or liquid, volume, milliliters. All right. So, and then for weight, for mass, you use grams in the metric system. So in the metric system, deci means a tenth, centi means 100th, milli means 1,000th, deca means 10, hecto means 100, kilo means 1,000. These are base tens, right? So a millimeter, to go from millimeter to centimeter, you multiply times 10, right? To go, or you move the decimal place, one place value to the left. To go from kilo to hecto, from 1,000 to 100, you divide by 10 or move your decimal place one place to the left. So let's see if we can practice that. So if there are 1,000 meters in 1 kilometer, how many kilometers is 100 meters? Okay, so how will we do that? So if we have 1,000 meters equals 1 kilometer, how many kilometers equals 100 meters? Right? So it wouldn't be 1 because 100 times 10 equals 1,000. So 100 meters is 1/10 of 1,000 meters. So this ends up being 1/10 kilometers. All right. Another way to do it, maybe that probably didn't make sense, but what you would do is you would take 1 kilometer is equal to 1,000 meters. So the question was, how much is 100 meters? So 100 meters divided by 1,000, right? Remember, long division, you had to put a decimal there and a 0 because it can't go into 1, it can't go into 100, can't go into 10 or 100. So then you put a decimal, you bring the 0 down. So the answer is 1/10. Okay. So let's go back. All right. 1/10. All right. Ooh, look at the next one. How many is 10? All right. So let's go back to our whiteboard. So 1,000 meters equals 1 kilometer. How many kilometers is equal to 10 meters? All right. Same concept. So now we're going to divide 1,000 into 10. All right. So what do? Can 1,000 go into 1? No. Can 1,000 go into 10? No. Put a decimal there. Can 1,000 go into 100? No. Can 1,000 go into 1,000? Yes. Minus 1,000. Answer 0. So 10 meters is equal to 1/100th of a kilometer. Let's go back to our chart. All right. Ooh, what about 20? What about 20? All right, let's do it again. Go back to the chart. All right, start basis. 1,000 meters is equal to 1 kilometer. How many are 20? How much is 20 equal to? How many kilometers are 20 meters? All right, let's do the division. 1,000 divided into 20. All right, so can 1,000 go into 0? No, it can't. 1,000 go into 2? No. Bring it down. Can it go into 20? No. Put the decimal there. So now it's 200. No. Can it go into 2,000? Yes, it can, 2 times. So that'll be 2,000. So your answer is 2/10, 2/100ths. All right, let's go back. Okay. What about 1? How many kilometers are made up by 1 meter? Anybody have a guess? All right, let's jump over here and try it. All right, start off the same way. 1,000 meters equal to 1 kilometer. So what about 1 meter? All right, so 1,000 divided into 1. All right, can 1,000 go into 1? No, it can't. 0, 1, put a decimal there, put a 0 there, bring down the 0. Can it go into 10? No, that'll be another 0, bring down the 10, put another 0 there. Can it go into 100? No. Put another 0 there, bring it down. Can it go into 1,000? Yes, one time. 1,000th. So in other words, a meter is 1,000th a kilometer. A meter is 1,000th a kilometer. All right. What about 75? Anybody want to take a guess? If 10 meters was 1/10 and 20 meters was 2/10, if 10 meters was 100th and 20 meters was 200ths, what do you think 75 meters is going to be? I'm going to guess and say 75 thousandths. Let's test it out. You ready? All right, so I'm going to just erase this. Since the top part is going to be the same. All right. So 75. So we're going to go 1,000 divided into 75. So that'll be 0, 0. Put the decimal there. Can it go into 750? No. Can it go into 7,500? How many times? 7 times. 7 times 1,000 is 7,500. Well, we're not doing remainders, so let's put another 0 there and bring it down. How many times can 1,000 go into 5,000? 5 times. All right, so your answer then becomes, just as we suspected, 75 thousandths. Man, that's awesome. Okay, so now we're going from centimeters to meters. So there are 100 centimeters in 1 meter. How many meters are made up of 10 centimeters? Hmm. All right, let's do the math. So there 100 centimeters equals 1 meter. Now you have 10 centimeters. So 100 divided into 10, because we're moving from a smaller to a larger, we're going to divide, right? So can 100 go into 10? No. Put the decimal there, put the 0 there, bring it down. Can 100 go into 100? Yes, one time. So the answer is 1/10. 1/10. All right. So if it's 1/10 for 10, how many will it be for 20? I think you got it. It's going to be 2/10. How many do you think it's going to be for 1? Well, if it takes 100 to do 1, 1 is 1/100th of 100. Y'all are getting the hang of it. Ooh, here's a tricky one. How much is 5/10? 5/10 of a centimeter. All right, let's go and try it out. All right, let's just erase this. All right, so how much is 5/10? All right, so 100 divided into 5/10. We go ahead and put the 0 there. All right, the decimal there, carried up. How many hundreds go into 5? 0. All right, bring down the 0. How many go into 50? 0. Bring down a 0. How many hundreds go into 500? 5. So the answer is 5/1000ths. All right. Ooh, here's the last one. If 10 centimeters is a tenth of a meter, and 20 centimeters is 2/10 of a meter, and 1 centimeter is 100th of a meter, what part of a meter is 75 centimeters? Ah, you guessed it. 7/500th of a meter. Good job. Y'all are really getting this. So let's look at some rules before I tell you what your assignment is for the night. All right. So to convert from meter to kilometer, you do what? You divide the number of meters by 1,000 to determine how many kilometers it is, because there are 1,000 meters in a kilometer. So to go from meter to kilometer, you divide by 1,000. Now, on next week, we'll start working on going from kilometer to meter. When you go from kilometer to meter, you multiply by 1,000. So if you have 5 kilometers, that's 5,000 meters. But this time we're dividing by 1,000. To go from centimeter to meter, because there are 100 centimeters in 1 meter, you divide by 100. You divide by 100. All right, so So we're going from centimeter to meter. To go from small to large, we divide by 100. So if we divide this by 100, what will this be? 5 and 5/10 centimeters divided by 100. Dividing by 100 means you move the decimal 2 places over to the left. So that will be 0.055. All right, because we're moving the decimal place over 2 places to the left. Moving from meter to centimeter, we're multiplying times 100. So we're multiplying by 100, moving the decimal place over 2 places to the right. So one place, that'll be 550. This would be 0.055. Right? So we're going from kilometers to meters, from larger unit to smaller unit, we're going to multiply times 1,000. To go from smaller unit to larger unit, we're going to divide by 1,000. So we're going to move the decimal place over 3 places. All right. So that's what we have. So tonight for homework, you're going to have these 4 problems doing the same thing, moving them the decimal, because you're moving from a smaller unit to a larger unit, or from a larger unit to a smaller unit. And then you're going to solve these 4 problems. Make sure you read them carefully. So from here, you're moving from meters to kilometers. So you're going to divide by 1,000 after you figure out the problem, the answer. From here, you're moving from centimeters to millimeters. They want to know which one is smaller, which one is taller, who's taller. Here, which is greater, the wingspan or the height. So you had to compare by changing one to the other. And a whale is 24 meters long, a rhinoceros is 400 centimeters long. Which is longer? So you compare by changing centimeters to meters or by changing meters to centimeters. Man, this should be exciting. So I look forward to your answers. Again, watch this video first. I'll see you at virtual office hours tomorrow at 11 o'clock. And y'all have a great day. This work is going to be due by Friday. I've noticed that a lot of you have not been watching the video, so please get that video watched from Monday so you can get Monday's work done. Thank you. Have a great day.